Welcome to Lesser Known Cryptids. This is the first episode in our one-part series. I'm your host, Rickey Rat, connoisseur of the strange, chronicler of the obscure, and currently under investigation for unexplained behavior. This show is dedicated to those obscure monstrosities that lurk in the shadows, creatures so rare, so bizarre, that most have never heard of them, and those who have usually dismissed the sightings as meth-fueled hallucinations or pathetic cries for attention. Tonight's subject, the Weresloth of Greendale. Much like its cousin, the werewolf, the Weresloth is believed to be a lycanthrope, a person cursed to transform into their beastly form during a full moon. The Weresloth, or Slothman as it's sometimes called, is known to nap aggressively and has been reported to sneak up on its victims so slowly they never see it coming. The following is the true story of one such encounter. Beware, this is where things get stupid. It was a hot, sloppy night in the lush mountains of Greendale, Wisconsin. The annoying breeze of summer blew softly through the banana trees, causing mist to swirl and dance above the ancient peat bogs. Sherry loved to take drunken walks on nights like this. The crunching of cicadas beneath her feet and the stink of rotting bananas comforted her in a way that no amount of whiskey ever could. The moon hung menacingly in a starry sky, full and bright, like the eye of some horrible god waiting to pounce. As Sherry stumbled her way under a dense canopy of palms and redwoods, she was grateful to have this moon to light her path. After cresting a particularly steep hill, Sherry noticed something strange peeking at her from behind a cactus. When their eyes met, she froze in surprise. What stared back at her was a large, hairy, misshapen beast, something she couldn't readily identify, something with human eyes. The creature, startled by Sherry's sudden arrival, turned to hide within the cool waters of the swamp. Its movement was so gradual, so sluggish, she barely noticed it move at all, like watching a blur in reverse. Joyfully inebriated, moderately disoriented, and entirely unsure of what she had just seen, Sherry wandered the moonlit wasteland, not so much walking as negotiating, with gravity, with sobriety, with the creeping realization that home might be farther than she remembered. She turned back, not out of fear, but fatigue. The bottle's spell was wearing thin, and with every lurch forward, clarity crept in like the wet and unwelcomed finger of a stranger. Had she crossed paths with a garden-variety cryptid, a toadman, say, or a jackalope, this tale might have ended with a laugh, a photo that wouldn't develop, and a hangover of biblical proportions. But fate, as the saying goes, is a filthy whore, and tonight it had other plans. What Sherry encountered was something far rarer and far more annoying. A Weresloth. Unlike its harmless hammock-dwelling cousin, the Weresloth is a creature of compulsive secrecy, a recluse, a loner, and decidedly not a gentle lover. With claws like rusted sickles and teeth designed for enthusiastic nibbling, it marks its prey with unsettling focus and begins the hunt. But here lies its flaw, a flaw as glaring as it is glacial. It is slow, unbelievably, tragically, soul-crushingly slow. So slow, in fact, Sherry could have belly-crawled home, built a sandcastle, or played a best-of-3 chess match with a particularly dim street urchin, and still made it back with time to spare. And when the sun rises, the creature will revert to its human form, confused, disheveled, possibly without pants, vaguely aware that something happened, but not quite sure what. And in a month, when the moon is full again, the Weresloth will feel the primal itch once more, and the hunt will begin anew. But Sherry will be long gone, just a foggy dream, a memory fading fast, soon lost forever. Still, the Weresloth waits, patient, persistent, searching for a victim who won't get away so easily. If the gods are kind, someone with severe narcolepsy, preferably one without legs. So that's pretty much all we've got on the Greendale weresloth. There's not a lot of information on this strange fellow, and what we could find came primarily from drunken rumors, barroom hearsay, and unreliable belches. But like most cryptids, whether they're well known, like Bigfoot or the Mothman, or lesser known slubs like the weresloth, hard evidence is tough to come by. It actually takes work to interview witnesses, gather documents, analyze photos, etc. And who has the time, am I right? But be warned, if you happen to find yourself alone at night, wandering through the mountains of Wisconsin during a full moon, you just might hear the irritating cry of the weresloth. And if you do, just keep walking. He'll never catch you, unless you decide to make camp or something and leave the tent flap open. Anyway, hit the like button and drop something in the comments so we know someone actually watched this crappy video. Also, check out our sponsor, theatomicskull.com. They've got some really cool shit and could use the business. Good night, and thanks for watching.